So day 4 of Reddit's 31 Days of Horror Challenge, and I guess it's couldn't last for long, but we reached our first bomb, and that would be Thirt13en Ghosts. So in Thirt13en Ghosts, you have Cyrus, who's a very rich collector of unique things, and he happens to die, and he leaves behind his mansion to his nephew and his family. And along with that mansion comes a basement full of ghosts. And man, I can't tell you if it's just where this movie went wrong. Either it was from like the editing to the terrible casting to the acting to the dialogue to the script. What did you think of this movie?
Well, I think when you're watching this movie, you have to keep in mind this is a 2001 film. It felt very much like a 90s film. I would put it in the same category as like a Scream or I Know What You Did Last Summer. It was kind of tongue-in-cheek. I've seen this movie twice before I watched it again last night. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was okay. Like, it was not a good film by any means, but it was palatable.
I thought that it had such a huge looking like production value for like what they constructed. This mansion, this is like my only highlight, is that mansion was really impressive, like all the glass rooms and stuff like that.
That house was awesome.
How it was like a giant moving puzzle. But other than that, I just think that it just, the cutting and editing was just the worst. Like every time the ghost would appear, there's like that slicing, ching, 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 like, and like the ghosts are flashing. It was just like a hyper version of cutting, and it was so annoying. Couldn't really tell what was going on. It jumped back and forth from character to character, and I was just like, why?
The camera shoots in this movie, the angles that they use and the editing that you were saying, the editing that they use is nauseous. Like, it makes me want to vomit.
I was doing up some research on this film, and it did. Like, there was a huge complaint and backlash when people were getting just headaches from the editing style and the sound effects. And like when I was watching it, it felt like there was just like really jarring parts where the volume would just spike up so loud when like stuff would happen. So let's just talk about the acting though.
The acting, okay.
So Tony Shalhoub. Let's just call him. Yeah, let's just call him Monk.
Big fan of Monk. I love that show.
Okay. Monk's a good show. Why would you cast him in a horror movie?
You know, I kind of liked him in this role.
I told him he was so miscast, but why'd you like him?
He had some good lines. He had some good one-liners. He was kind of funny.
Damn it! Now, I don't know the guy's name, but the guy that plays Shaggy, and that's what he'll always be known as.
He was also my second favorite.
No, he was the worst.
I liked him.
He was the worst.
He was funny.
Okay, well, let's just go right into spoiler territory. I'm going to put a little spoiler alert right here. And if you don't want to hear any spoilers, just click that. We'll jump right ahead.
We were released 14 years ago.
Oh, we're being nice. Okay, so let's talk about the deaths. It was only 2, and actually 3. We had Discount Guy Pearce getting sliced in half.
That's funny.
It was like,
well, what's even funny?
That was probably the most vicious one out of all of them too, because that was only most well done with that blood and gore.
The way they did that was really well done. You're right, but my favorite part about that death was the one-liner by the nanny in this film, played by Who Cares. She was like, "Where did the lawyer go? He must have split." And
I didn't even catch that.
That was like the first yellow card I gave the film.
I don't know. It was so jarring and not cool. That little kid was really annoying, running through the house, and then the ghost chasing him. Yes, and then he just disappears.
Exactly. And then, halfway through the film, they just disappear. So that they knew he was annoying, so they got rid of him.
Shaggy dying. I was just wanting him to die faster because he was like, how many times are you going to put his life at risk? And then they finally killed him after 40 minutes. No, he could have died in that room with the guy with the baseball bat. And then somehow he miraculously survives with just bleeding head.
Oh, right. Where the nanny was giving him directions through the soundproof glass. You know,
they just I did not like the villain. The whole thing was so stupid that he faked his own death. Says, you take off the glasses and the big reveal is, oh, he's not a ghost. Oh no! I'm just like, why?
Yeah, the stupid part of that film was in the film there's this Greenpeace character that thinks that these souls should not be trapped, even though they're out there killing people.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta release the ghost.
She got what she deserved when she did that. That was such a quick, cheap death. Swash her in the wall.
Yeah, it was silly. It was she went from the strong, even if idiotic character to this whimpering, cowering person.
And she showed up in the middle of nowhere. So, last thing we'll talk about is the ghosts themselves.
Yes.
Like, some of them look like they're from a haunted house. You know what I mean? Like, your local haunted house across the street.
Some of the effects were pretty cheap. I actually liked the design of the ghost a lot. And there actually was a lot of, I don't know if you are aware of this, there was a lot of effort that went into the backstory of these ghosts that weren't even at all implemented in the film.
Right, because they all had a certain theme and task. And, like, they did some crazy makeup on some of these. I don't know exactly which ghost it was, but one of them was, like, 5 hours of makeup a day to do the scenes.
Was it the completely naked girl?
I think it was her.
Or the jackal. That was pretty sweet. I like
Ghost boobs. Ooh.
Yeah, actually, she was pretty hot.
Yeah, but still, she was annoying because she kept on popping up everywhere.
Yeah, that one scene, though, I think it's important to note with Shannon Elizabeth character when she was in the bathroom and the camera kind of goes into the glasses, and it was pretty suspenseful. That was one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, because I wanted her to die, though. I mean, this family was the most annoying family, and also that daughter. She looks so out of place and miscast to be the daughter from Monk.
Oh yeah, she's like,
it was like so jarring.
20s.
Yeah, she looks really old, and I don't know, it just didn't fit. But that's enough spoiler talk. Spoilers are now done. Let's just jump into our ratings. So you heard pretty much everything I ragged on. This is one of those movies, like, I love bad movies that are funny to watch, and I was hoping that this would be one of those. And for me, it just did not hit any of those marks across the board. It was kind of painful to watch, and I was getting really agitated and annoyed with the editing and jump cut style that this film was using. So for that reason, I'm going to give this 2 out of 10 reels.
Yeah, I rated it a little bit higher than you would. I do agree. It fell short on the funny part of the movie. It wasn't so bad it was funny, but I thought it was nice middle of the table 90s film that wasn't made in the 90s. So I rate it probably a 4 out of 10 reels.
And this has been our review of 13 Ghosts.
If you like this video, like and subscribe below.
And keep on checking back because we're having videos going up every single day for the 31 Days of Horror on top of our normal schedule of movies and TV shows.
He's a busy man.
So this is The Real Report. Thanks for watching.